Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Seriously Universe, Explain Yourself, we're going to look at why don't they like me. So whether this is a potential romantic partner that you think you guys would be great together and they just don't seem to like you, or somebody at work who doesn't seem to like you, or whoever it is, your neighbor, this message is for you. I do set the intention that these messages find those who need them when they need them. So if this message found you today, it is meant for you. However, that doesn't mean the entire message is for you. It just might be a portion. So take what resonates, just leave the rest behind. So we're asking, why don't they like me? Please. Can we get one card for why don't... Whoa, that is not one card. Okay. Put them back, and let's try that again. Can I get one card, please, for why don't they like me? There we go. Ooh, reverse the lovers. Okay, so this kind of does imply a little bit that this might be more of a romantic relationship, but again, doesn't necessarily have to be. So when the lovers is reversed, it's actually about being imbalanced, being in disharmony, right? This way is like union and harmony. It can also be having to make choices, right? Having to make this choice or that choice. So when it's this way, it's like being imbalanced, being in disharmony, having temptation, right? So maybe you're in a partnership, but you're being tempted to move away from it. So it's definitely not a positive card, but why don't they like you? I would say there's some kind of disharmony or imbalance. It could be in their life. It could be even in the relationship between you two, right? It could be that you're just not compatible for whatever reason, right? Because although you think that, oh, they would be perfect for me, we'd get along so great, we like the same things, it might be like, well, you only know a portion of them and you don't understand this other side of, maybe they're imbalanced, maybe they have some addiction issues that you're unaware of, or maybe they really like something that they've already, at some point you said, oh, I don't even like that. And so they're embarrassed to tell you that actually they enjoy doing this all the time. You said you don't like it. So they know that this isn't going to work because they're going to be doing this all the time and that's not going to be okay for you. So it's hard to know exactly since I don't know your exact situation. Everybody's situation is a little bit different, but there's definitely something here where it's not clicking. That's for sure. There's something that's just not clicking here. So I'll get out my board and we'll try and see if we can figure out what it is. As always, I do dub over these afterwards, so things may sound a little off, or sometimes I can't quite read my writing and I trip over the words a little bit. But we're going to ask Spirit, I gotta find my pen. Why don't they like me? I'll get quiet for a moment, get into my meditation mode, and then I will start writing. So Spirit, please, why don't they like me, or why don't they seem to like me? You are not compatible, at least not at this time. This can be about growth or learning or about lessons that are being taught. But somewhere this relationship is not ready. This could be that you are not ready, or they are not ready, or both of you are not ready. Even when you believe everything will work out, or you are compatible, does not mean you are. It does not mean there will not be triggers. You actually don't know what a close relationship with this person will be. You have fantasies. You have beliefs. You have hopes and wishes. But that is not reality. That is not day-to-day life. Remember, spirit not only pushes you towards your highest and greatest good, it pushes you away from what is not good for you. Just because things seem one way does not mean they actually are. Just because they don't seem to like you doesn't mean they don't. You can't see their perspective. You can't see their hidden fears or triggers. You must realize everything will unfold how it is meant to. Continue on with your life. See where it leads you. Ignore those who you do not click with. One or both of you need work. Everyone is just trying to navigate the world. Some are more successful than others, and some who seem successful are really not. Love. So, what Spirit is, excuse me, what Spirit is saying here is you're not compatible, at least not at this time. So whether that's a friend or a family member or a coworker or wouldn't really be your friend, but it could be somebody within your social circle, right? Or a potential romantic partner, you're just not compatible at this time, right? So what Spirit's saying is everybody is learning and growing and trying to figure out this whole crazy world, right? Everybody's just trying to, where is it? Right at the end here, right? Everybody's just trying to navigate through this world the best they can based off what they've learned, if that makes sense. So those who have learned, I'm no good, will navigate life that way until they learn the lessons of actually you are a good person. You do deserve to be here. You do deserve happiness, right? And so right now this relationship just is not meshing because one person's not ready to be in this relationship, or both of you aren't ready to be in this relationship, or, it could be that triggering. I think last week we did that, why is somebody irking me, right? So because maybe that person that was irking you is the person that really likes you, right? They really like you, but you're being irked by them, and it's because you're just not quite compatible because you're triggering each other for whatever reason. And that might be what you're supposed to do, right? That might be that this person that you're like, why don't they like me? They were actually brought into your life to trigger you, to make you reflect, right? To make you see, like, where am I being triggered, or why do I so desperately need them to like me, right? I've got all these other friends over here. I've got, I have other potential dating partners over here. Why is it that I'm stuck on this particular person, right? And you should think of that. There's 8 billion, 9 billion people in the world. One person doesn't particularly like you. What does that matter, right? And of course everybody wants everybody to like them. They want people to see them as a good, likable, happy, friendly person for the most part, let's hope. But sometimes we just don't click for whatever reason, right? It could be that you remind them of somebody who really hurt them, and not that you would ever hurt them, but you have some little quirk that reminds them of this person that did really hurt them. And so now when they see you, you're triggering them, even though you're not trying to, even though you're not doing anything wrong. But that's their trigger, their trauma that they need to heal that's not healed yet. And once they heal that, you're not going to trigger them anymore. And then they'll see, oh, I really do like this person, right? It was just that little thing that always made me think of that person that was really bad to me, that was really horrible to me, whatever it is. But I think really what you need to remember is that you do you. You are you. You are good enough, right? If you're bothered by somebody not liking you, that's time to reflect on why that bothers you. And of course, it's going to bother people, but it also bothers people to a different level, right? There's some people and they're like, oh, they don't like me. Whatever, right? I'd like them to like me, but I know I'm a good person. I know the fact that they don't like me, it has to be on them. Has to be something within them. And then there's other people, they don't like me, it's the end of the world. Everybody has to like them. They're so traumatized, they've had so many issues in their life that they're, people pleasers. I just have to get everybody to like me. I have to make everybody like me. If they don't like me, it's on me. It's my fault because I didn't do good enough. I didn't try hard enough. I didn't give them enough, whatever it is. And so that's where you get into that people pleasing, and we don't want to be in people pleasing, right? We want to get to a point where we want everybody to like us. We're nice to everybody. But if somebody doesn't like us, we understand they're just not my people. We're just not compatible. They just have an issue, right? Some people are very happy, loud, joyous all the time. And some people just can't stand that. Why are they always so loud? Why are they always so bouncy? Why are they always so, laughing out loud and, chatty and blah, blah, blah. I just want things to be quiet. I just want things to be peaceful. So some people don't mesh. Some people dancing, singing, bouncing, jumping, running. Other people quiet, soft music, reading a book, right? And so we have to understand that sometimes, we want to try and get along with everybody, we want to be friendly with everybody, but sometimes we're just not going to mesh. And that's just the way it is. It's not always your fault. It's not always their fault. It's not always either your faults. Sometimes it's both of your faults, right? Sometimes you both got things to work on. Sometimes it's not about having to work on things. You're just not a compatible person. But what I wouldn't do is I wouldn't waste my time on somebody who doesn't like me, right? I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to hurt them or do anything to them or be mean to them or to ignore them or to make them feel bad or anything like that. When I see them, I'm friendly, I'm nice, I acknowledge them, but they don't need to be in my world all the time. Now, if it's a coworker, you're going to have to deal with them at work, but it's just a friendly nod, good morning, and then I go on. It's not me trying to get them to like me. Definitely don't do that. The minute you try and get someone to like you is the minute they are not going to like you. They're going to be like, why? I like being alone and I like being peaceful. And this person just keeps coming over and trying to engage me in conversation and trying to get me to do things and I don't want to. I just like being quiet and getting my work done. And then I go home and I read books and I, watch TV or whatever. And they're trying to get me to go out dancing and they're trying to get me to go whitewater rafting, and I don't do that, right? And so don't ever try. We're always friendly, we're always nice, we're always kind, but we're not overly extending ourselves. We're not giving, right? Relationships need to be equal, give and take, equal, give and take. And so once we get to that point with somebody, that can be a close relationship. Some people, it just will never happen. And I'm sorry, I don't know if this cleared things up for you, but I am definitely sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.